Some time ago, a little game called BATTLEBIT was released. You may have heard of it. Well, there's a certain YouTube channel that has a certain firearms expert that likes to come on and react to different firearms and munitions in video games. Well, the developers of BATTLEBIT saw that they released the video, so they made their own reaction video to their reaction video, and I'm here today to provide my own reaction video to their reaction video of the original reaction video. For those of you that can't keep up, we are 3 layers deep, baby. We are in the trenches today. On one side, we have game developers. On the other side, we have a guy that works for the Royal Armouries Museum in the UK. Well, I have worked behind a firearm sales counter here in America, and I've been playing video games my entire life. So who here is the real subject matter expert? Y'all fight about it down in the comment section. And if by some crazy reason the BATTLEBIT game developers or Jonathan Ferguson himself want to make a reaction video to what I'm about to upload, I swear to God I will come back around and we will have ourselves a Cinco Leches cake reaction inception situation on our hands. So without further delay, let us begin. We start off strong with the developer live streaming himself, or one of the developers live streaming himself working on the project. This right here is great community interaction. This allows him to be productive while also be engaging with the fans of his product. I approve of this action greatly. And of course, when a major YouTuber makes a video about something you've created, you pause everything you're doing and go watch the video. There's the man himself. There's the other Jonathan. See, I'm the first Jonathan. He is the other Jonathan, in case you were wondering. So if we take close attention to this webcam right here, we can see this developer is quite nervous, it seems, which is a good thing in a situation like this, because it means they are very proud of the work they are doing and very concerned with the reception. And look, some affirmation and we have immediate excitement. The joy and adulation on this developer's face is a good show of passion for the project. I really want to make fun of this developer for having a Shure SMB microphone, because that's just a cliche thing for content creators or just anybody on the internet, but I can't really say anything because I'm currently communicating on a Blue Yeti, which is like even lower tier basic microphone. So we have a lot going on right here, but we're not here to react to the Gamespot video. We're paying attention right here. This is what we're doing today. Now, this could be excitement about just being represented on the internet on a major platform, but I think the genuine excitement comes from an expert reacting to something you so passionately put a lot of work into and talking about that work in a very positive light. The pride in his eyes is just very apparent. So Mr. Ferguson here just pointed out a minor inaccuracy. Even calling it an inaccuracy could be even a bit of a stretch. It's just a detailed differential between the real firearm he's holding and the firearm represented in the game, and the developer is paying very close attention, and the look in this eyes shows note-taking, that this is something he is mentally writing down to refer back to later, and we could see an update to the model of this L86 rifle in the future, which would be very interesting. We can see here the average Twitch viewer's ability to pay attention to detail. The developer here has mentioned that they sent an account or unlock keys to a GameSpot representative, and he is here talking some nonsense about them hiring somebody that has progressed that far in the game already. It's like, no, listen, dude, you gotta pay attention. So Mr. Ferguson just pointed out another inaccuracy on the fragmentation attachment for the RPG, and the developer said that he will change it. So he is actively trying to make his game more realistic, even though realism clearly is not the focal point of this game. He still wants to be accurate. So what we have here is peak gamer moment, where Jonathan Ferguson accurately states that the AK-74 actually has significantly less recoil than what is being portrayed in game, and the developer also kind of acknowledges that he is aware of this fact. And then of course every single gamer in this comment section right here is just crying to Buffett, just make it a laser beam, make it as accurate to real life, and just forget about game balance. Throw game balance to the wind. Who needs it anyways? So we have the fun middle finger front sight. This is actually a big goal of mine, is to unlock that for a weapon as soon as possible, just because, I mean, for obvious reasons. And Mr. Ferguson here says he's actually never seen that before. Well, I, for one, have. I was at a shooting range where somebody had made a custom front and rear sight where they had a very phallic front sight. I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly. They had a very phallic front sight, you know, rounded with I'm sure you can get the idea. And on the rear, it appeared to be a bottom section of somebody with a hole in the middle, and you look through the hole of the person's bottom section and you lined it up with the phallic front sight. And it was quite the head turner at the range. Like, everybody just couldn't take their eyes away. But unfortunately, the guy didn't stick around very long after I got there, so I couldn't get any fun pictures to get demonetized on YouTube with. So they just finished the video, and you hear two other voices off screen. I imagine they're in like some kind of Discord or some kind of chat, and it's probably the two other developers. There's only 3 developers for this game. This game with like millions of players and tens of thousands of positive reviews made by 3 dudes. He just affirmed he's going to rewatch the video off of this live stream and take notes on what needs to be fixed, like the AK-74 extended mag dropping 2 magazines at once when you do the quick reload. He's also addressing that the Chris Vector, a crazy science, like damn near science fiction looking weapon, having 0 recoil in real life, but needing recoil in the game for balance purposes. So there's definitely a conflict of interest between wanting to be as accurate as possible, but also not being ludicrous and making sure the game remains fun, which is definitely respectable. However, based on this developer's desire to maintain a certain level of accuracy, there is just one game detail that has been jarring to me for my 30 plus hours with the game, and that is the AK-15 having a 24 round magazine on what is clearly a 30 round capacity modeled magazine. They make 20 round magazines for AKs in 7.62x39, okay? They just look like an AK magazine, but they're a little bit shorter. What is this? Why is there all of this extra curvature where rounds should be going when there in fact is no rounds in that magazine? Like, of course you can unlock a higher capacity magazine, which is obviously acceptable, but why is the default 24 rounds when it should be 30? Because you're using the 30 round magazine model. Literally unplayable. I'm uninstalling BattleBit as we speak and moving on to Exoprimal. No, but in all seriousness, what they have done in their time frame just goes to show how wrong the games industry has been doing things for so long. They want games as quickly as possible, as cheaply as possible, with as many predatory like monetary elements as possible. Whereas BattleBit is a game made by 3 people over 7 years that has now been at the top of the Steam, like the top 10 Steam player list since it's been released, has millions of players, tens of thousands of positive reviews, and it just goes to show that if you take your time and do it right, you will be rewarded. And it's crazy to me that the big payout you would expect the developer to have from such a successful game hasn't even reached their bank accounts yet. There's some weird Steam payment clause that they have to deal with where they don't see a dime of their Steam money for like up to 2 months. So this game came out in June. They're estimated to make like $40 million, but they won't see a penny of that until September. So these developers had to save up Patreon subscriber dollars for several months leading up to them launching the game on Steam that has been incredibly successful. I even heard somewhere that one of them is personally paying himself $600 a month. Any other money is going right back into server maintenance, which is very expensive. It costs tens of thousands of dollars to maintain all of these servers for all of these players all over the world every single month. I wouldn't be surprised if they have to spend $50,000 or $100,000 per month just to keep the game running. All of it has been worth it because what they have delivered is actually just a fantastic product. And I said it in my previous BattleBit video that this game is going to go down as just one of the greats. So if you've made it this far in the video, you may be saying to yourself, this video is just one big meme clickbait thing that you made so that developers will give you the content creator unlocks for your character in game. All I can say to these accusations is possibly. But I saw this comment on YouTube and I was just inspired. So your prayers have been answered, sir and or madam. So if somehow you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to the video. And until the next one, this is not goodbye for good, just goodbye for now.